Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about divine timing. Last night I was reminded of this and I was like, wow, 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 this is why you must trust the universe. So, 2020 have been a crazy ass year for me. When I mean crazy, I mean was crazy. First I hit rock bottom there, then I went through a massive spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakening have five stages. So first was, my first was like, this is nice. Everything was all flowers, cherry blossoms and stuff. And then I hit the dark night. Hit the dark night and I'm literally still in the dark night. This is what? We're in February. Today's the 8th or the 9th. I'm not too sure. I'm still in the dark night, but I'm literally rising out of this particular period. So you can just imagine the amount of stuff that happens in the dark night. If you're going through this, comment below. If you haven't been through this period, brace yourself because everyone has to go through this period. No one goes through the enlightenment first, then the dark night. Everyone goes through different periods, different in a different time, and it's all based on what your soul is calling you to do or what is in your purpose. So in that period, it was some serious death happening. When I mean death, I mean literally for me, death of my ego happened, and I'm a very controlling person. I'm just going to put it out there, very controlling. So when that happened, and it was literally the death of my ego, and it was the universe saying, listen, let me control, let me step up to the plate, let me control your life. I literally put up a serious fight. I'm not even going to lie, I was literally fighting them every way. Punches there, but let's be honest, who gonna win, them or me? So when I throw a punch, them throw a whole bowl at me on the ground like that every time, until the point I was so beaten down that I was like, you know what, fine, you take over. But then when they started to take over, everything in life started to blossom. I'm like, what the freak? So all throughout this time, they were trying to teach me: one, surrender to change; two, have faith; three, trust the universe, just trust; and four, be like a flicking child. When I mean be like a child, have the mindset of a child. A child believes that, you know what, I'm going to get a unicorn and I'm going to get a purple unicorn. I don't care. I'm going to get it and I believe it deeply. They have this unwavering faith that is so impeccable, and the children are so brave at times. Like, you ever see a child, they walk once, fall long, they might cry, but they go and do it again and again and again and again until they master the art of walking. Us humans, I'm humans, adults fall on once, me not gonna walk again. This is literally how adults are. It is so ridiculous, but it's the truth. And that is why I admire children so much. So let's get to the story. So 2019, I wanted something. Actually, 2019, I wanted something so badly. I don't want to really put this particular story out there because it's between someone and that part of my life will stay um personal until I'm comfortable with talking about it. So let's say I wanted this relationship badly, to the point that I was deeply in love with the person and they didn't love me back like that. So since 2019, this was like that. So I ended up becoming friends with the person and whatnot, but still, the back of my mind, I wanted it. So every other person the person was with, it was an issue, it was that, whatnot. It was a whole beat down. So this is just something based on relationships, right? So that's all I'm going to, give you a peek about. So it was like that since 2019. 2020 happened, and I was like, you know what? Let's be honest, this wouldn't work out because both of us are not even a match. We're not compatible. We are great friends. but we couldn't be good lovers. There are women who say that, oh, he's a good father, but he wasn't a good husband. It was the same case like that. We were good friends, but we couldn't work out any other aspect. Further than that, no, it couldn't work out. And then finally, I accepted it. And then, lo and behold, the person started to feel the same way I felt towards them. When I dropped that feeling, I was like, you know what? I couldn't. We can't do it. We are better friends. The sexual connection was still there, but it couldn't work out. And eventually, they came out and be like, you know what? I had this feeling for you. And I'm like, boo, you're 2 years late. You know? 2 years late. I didn't want to be harsh or anything, but it's like, you're 2 years late. And then something major happened last night, and I was like, damn. Because if this thing that happened was that I wanted to happen 2 years ago, my life would have been in shambles right now. My mind, my heart, every part of me would have been in shambles right now. And every time I would try to do that particular thing 2 years ago or a year ago, it would have never happened because my ancestors would block it. Spirit guide would block it to the point that we was going to do something, and then I was like, cool. Then I get sick. I'm like, what did you say? Okay, that get put off. Then the next week we're like, okay, we're going to do it back again. Then they got sick. I'm like, why every time we said we want to do something or move further, something happened drastic. If I get sick, the other person gets sick. I was like, let's stop there. Next thing, something bigger happened now. And then it finally happened last night. And then I was like, wow. It finally clicked in both of our heads that this is not what we both want, because we both can't please each other. We are really good friends, but that aspect can't work out. And I think the universe literally made it happen last night to show us that it was divine. It's supposed to happen now to show you all that it couldn't work out. When both of us was resonate on the same frequency, and both of us understood what was capable and what could really come out of the situation, then we understand, okay, cool, we are only meant to be friends and nothing more. And that is why I mean with divine timing, because we really tie back to that. Sometimes you want something now, but we are not ready and we're not capable for that particular thing. You want the money now, but you want abundance now. But let's be honest, more means more. More money comes more bills, comes more responsibility, more haters, more foes. Well, same thing. It comes with more. It comes with a huge territory. You want to be in a bigger leadership position. More leadership means more people looking up to you, more people that you have to mentor, more more workload is on your plate. When you ask for more, do you really want the more, or could you really handle the more now? Are you in the right mindset to have that more? Do you have the capabilities to have that? Do you have the mental toughness to have more? Do you have the discipline to have more? Can you really handle the different characters, the different personality types out there? Because you have to have that mental toughness, and you have to realize that, listen, some people react, and that reaction have nothing to do with you. That is all about them. But if you're not in that right mindset or right mind space, then you wouldn't understand that. So you always have to trust in divine timing. Probably you want this and it didn't happen as yet, and then you probably ask yourself, listen, am I really the person that I picture myself that will acquire this thing? That, like, I want a certain position, but that certain position had to have that certain leadership, a certain mental toughness, a certain mindset, a certain character. But I didn't have it as yet. I didn't develop it as yet. I know for a fact it's coming, and I'm working on myself and trying to develop that, but it's not there as yet. So sometimes things being delayed doesn't mean it's not for you. It's just it's not for you right now. So keep working on yourself, and sometimes no, keep working on yourself, and just have patience. Like patience, I be very honest. Everybody be like, have flicking patience. I don't want to be patient, but sometimes you really have to have patience and trust the universe. Like I know for a fact having faith and trusting can be very difficult for some people because we didn't have that strong foundation from the beginning. But it's your duty now to build up that trust and build up that faith. The universe have you here for a particular purpose and a divine purpose. A particular reason here. You haven't figured it out as yet, neither have I figured out what am I really here. But trust, because when I look back from 2 years to now, I finally understood why. Why it didn't work out. And if it only had worked out then, my life would have been in shambles. And I mean that. When I mean shambles, I would have been a hot flicking mess. Excuse the noise. So, guys, I know for a fact that sometimes you want it now, but you have to have the patience. You have to really trust. I've been keep saying the same thing. I've been repetitive now, but you have to really, really trust. Develop yourself at the time. Work, take little steps, one step at a time, step by step by step by step. You will reach there. It's not a destination, it's just a journey. You'll reach there, and that guarantee you, when you look back and you compare, you'll be like, damn, now is really the good time. And I understand why the universe put it off, because now I'm capable of it. Now I'm in a mindset or a place or a space where I could fully grasp that situation, hold it into my hands and develop it. Because some people get it and then it's fall through the hand because the hand wasn't big enough to hold it, or they didn't have the strength to hold onto it. Like for example, just look at the lottery winners. They win $1 million. 2 months or a year from now, they broke again. Because you know why? They didn't have the mental capacity to understand, or the financial literacy to understand, to know what to do with this money, how to invest it, how to spend it, how to save XYZ. So yeah, I don't want to be repetitive again. So that's what I have to say. Just be patient, loves. Just be patient.